Hello guys, welcome to a new stream. Today is the match between Palace versus Burnley, starting in 15 minutes.
Place my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement, spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders and set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be, without gravity to hold us down. Together we'll lose sight of the ground.
Match is starting in 13 minutes. Match is starting in 12 minutes.
I place my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement, spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders and set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be, without gravity to hold us down. Together we'll lose sight of the ground.
Match is starting in 11 minutes. Match is starting in 10 minutes. Match is starting in 9 minutes. Starting in 8 minutes.
They say you're only young ones, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for forever. They say you're only young ones, but we live for it, we live for it, we live for forever. I'll meet you at the hideout, where we can dream again. I'll tell you all my secrets, wearing courage like a second skin. The kids are all dying, we're dying to believe again. Run through the open streets, we take what is needed. They say you're only young.
Match is starting in 7 minutes.
We live for it, we die for it, we live for forever. They say you're only young ones, but we live for it, we live for it, we live for forever. We can dream all night till the sun rises. They say you're only young ones, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for forever.
Match is starting in 6 minutes.
I'll meet you at the airport. You know that we can touch the sky. Dancing in the aisles, we're skating on clouds of fire. The kids are all dying, we're dying to believe again. Run through the open streets, we take what is needed. Open up the skies, see the heavens clearer. I could change your mind, we know where we came from.
Match is starting in 5 minutes.
Set our hearts on fire, the dreamers are all here. We could change your mind. They say you're only young ones, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for forever. They say you're only young ones, but we live for it, we live for it, we live for forever. We can dream all night till the sun rises. They say you're only young ones, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for forever. We live for forever.
Match is starting in 4 minutes. Match is starting in 3 minutes. Match is starting in 2 minutes. Match is starting in 1 minute. Match about to start. Match will start soon. Match will start soon. Match is now starting. Ball save for Burnley. They have ball right now. Goal attempt 0 for both teams. The ball saved by Burnley team. Now stocking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. Still ball saved by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. The ball saved. Now stocking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley team. Shots on target 0 for both teams. Goal attempts 0 for both teams. Burnley is now attacking. Dangerous stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still in dangerous stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Foul 0 for both teams. Shots off the target. Goal kick by Crystal Palace. Goal kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Shots off the target. 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. The ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Saves 0 for both teams. Goal attempt 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball. The ball saved by Burnley team. Goal kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley's team. Saves 0 for both teams. Offside 0 for both teams. Throw-ins also 0. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Now it's dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Burnley team. Throwing by Burnley in 3 minutes. Burnley is still attacking. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Burnley team. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. The ball safe. Now stacking by Burnley. They have ball right now. Now ball safe again by Burnley. The ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Ball kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Throwing by Crystal Palace now. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Shots off the target, 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Free kicks 0 for both teams. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. The ball safe, now stacking. Still attacking by Burnley. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Throw-ins 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Free kicks by Crystal Palace. Now ball safe. Fouls 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball safe. They have ball. Free kick by Burnley. Still free kick by Burnley now in 5 minutes. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Still attacking by Burnley. Free kick by Crystal Palace in 5 minutes. Free kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Free kick for Crystal Palace in 5 minutes. Saves 0 for both teams. Corner kicks also 0 for both teams. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Fouls 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Burnley is still attacking. They have ball right now. Then mistake by Burnley team. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. Fouls 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Still in danger stack by Burnley team. Free kicks 2 for Crystal Palace. 1 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Burnley team. Still attacking by Burnley. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Ball attempt 0 for Crystal Palace. 1 for Burnley. Burnley still ball saved. They have ball right now. Now stocking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Burnley. Fouls 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. Now stocking. Ball safe. Saves 0 for both teams. Goal kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Fouls 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Free kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Throw-ins 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Red card 0 for both teams. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Free kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. The ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Throwing by Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Saves 0 for both teams. Goal kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe now. Throw-ins 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Throwing by Crystal Palace in 9 minutes. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Yellow card 0 for both teams. Throw-ins for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Offside 0 for both teams. Free kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball safe now by Crystal Palace. Now ball safe. Fouls 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Throwing by Crystal Palace in 10 minutes. Still ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Now stacking. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. Burnley is now attacking. Ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Burnley. They have ball right now. Burnley is still attacking. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Burnley. Corner kicks 0 for both teams. Ball possession 35% for Crystal Palace, 65 for Burnley team. Free kick Burnley still in danger stack now. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is still ball safe now. They have ball right now. Now stacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Goal attempt 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still attacking, now in danger stack. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack. Goal attempts 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Shots off the target, 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack, still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Free kick by Crystal Palace in 12 minutes. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Fouls 2 for Crystal Palace, also 2 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Red card 0 for both teams. Saves 0 for both teams. Shots off the target, 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Shots off the target, goal kick by Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Offside 0 for both teams. Shots off the target, 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Free kicks 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Free kicks 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Throwing by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Throw in. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Free kick by Burnley in 15 minutes. Still free kick by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Saves 0 for both teams. Red card also 0 for both teams. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Free kicks 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Throwing by Crystal Palace in 16 minutes. Still throw in. Fouls 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace team. They have ball now stacking. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Fouls 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace team. Throw in 7 for Crystal Palace. 1 for 4 by Burnley team. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Throwing by Crystal Palace team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. Now stocking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball. Free kicks 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 for Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. Now it's in dangerous tech. Still dangerous tech by Burnley team. 4 attempts, 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Throw in by Burnley. They have ball right now. Dangerous tag by Burnley team. Saves 0 for both teams. Red card 0 for both teams. Throw ins 8 for Crystal Palace, 5 for Burnley team. Burnley is now in dangerous tag. Still dangerous tag by Burnley team. Free kick by Burnley now. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack. Fouls forward by Crystal Palace. 3 for Burnley team. Still danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Saves 0 for both teams. Red cards also 0 for both teams. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Burnley is now in danger stack. Ball attempts, 1 for Burnley team, 2 for Burnley team now. Corner kick by Burnley. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Shots off the target by Burnley. Okay by Crystal Palace team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Crystal Palace team. Free kicks 3 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Fouls 4 by Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. 4 saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. Ball possession 35% for Crystal Palace, 65% for Burnley team. Still Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. Now it's ball safe. Now stocking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Now it's in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. Shots on target by Burnley. Goalkeeper saved by Crystal Palace team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace team. Now stocking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Now stuck again by Burnley. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 1 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Palace is still ball safe now. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace. Fouls 4 by Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Shots off the target, 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. Now danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Goal attempts 1 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Goal attempts 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. The Palace is now in danger stack. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Ball possession 35% for Crystal Palace. 65% for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Shots off the target by Crystal Palace. Goal kick by Burnley. Burnley is now ball safe. Throw in set for Crystal Palace. 5 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Offside 0 for both teams. Free kicks 3 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley. Ball attempts 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Fouls 4 by Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe now. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. Shots off the target, 2 for Crystal Palace, also 2 by Burnley team. Corner kick 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Throw in set for Crystal Palace, 5 for Burnley team. The ball saved by Burnley team now. They have ball right now. Shots on target, 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe now. They have ball right now. The ball safe. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Still ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Shots off the target, 2 for Crystal Palace, also 2 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Now stacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Corner kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Throw in set for Crystal Palace, 5 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Shots on target, 0 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Free kick for Crystal Palace in 26 minutes. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Here now it's in danger stake by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. The ball is safe, now it's danger stake. Throw-ins 8 for Crystal Palace, 5 for Burnley team. Free kick by Burnley team in 27 minutes. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley. They have ball now stacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Now danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Burnley team. Shot blocked by Burnley in 28 minutes. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Burnley. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, also 2 by Burnley team. Free kicks 4 by Crystal Palace, 5 for Burnley team. Burnley is still attacking, they have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. Ball possessions 35% for Crystal Palace, 65% for Burnley team. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Throwing by Burnley in 28 minutes. Burnley is now in danger stack, still danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now, still in danger stack. Fouls 5 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. Free kick 4 by Crystal Palace, 5 for Burnley. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley, now ball safe. The ball saved by Burnley team. Goal attempts 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Burnley still ball safe now, they have ball right now. Throw in 8 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. The yellow card 0 for both teams. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. Goal attempts 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Still attacking by Burnley, they have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace, throwing by Crystal Palace now in 30 minutes. Crystal Palace is still attacking, they have ball right now. Free kick by Crystal Palace. Still free kick now. Ball possession 35% for Crystal Palace, 65% for Burnley team. Goal attempts 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Fouls 5 for Crystal Palace, also 5 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, 0 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Corner kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Red card 0 for both teams. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, also 2 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace. The ball saved by Crystal Palace now. They have ball right now. Free kicks 5 for Crystal Palace, also 5 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley. Crystal Palace now ball safe. They have ball right now. Red card 0 for both teams. Fouls for 5 for Crystal Palace. Also 5 for Burnley team. The ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Now it's dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Shots on target. Goalkeeper saved by Burnley team. Burnley still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley team now. Now stacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Now stacking. Saves one for Crystal Palace. Also one for Burnley team. Ball kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, also 2 for Burnley team. Free kicks 5 for Crystal Palace, also 5 for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Now it's dangerous stack. Attacking. Shots on target, 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Now it's dangerous stack. Now stacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Free kick by Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking. All saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 for Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 for Burnley team. Ball possession 35% for Crystal Palace, 65% for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Burnley is now attacking. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace team. They have ball. Burnley is now attacking. Free kick by Crystal Palace team in 34 minutes. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace team. Now stacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Yellow card 0 for both teams. Throw-ins 9 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Shots off the target. 2 for Crystal Palace, also 2 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack team. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack now. They have ball. Shots on target. 1 for Crystal Palace. Also 1 for Burnley team. Shots off the target by Crystal Palace. Goal kick by Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley now. They have ball right now. Change stack by Burnley. They have ball right now. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley. Foul 6 for Crystal Palace, also 6 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Free kick 6 for Crystal Palace, also 6 by Burnley team. Crystal is now in danger stack. 4 saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Throwing by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Saves 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Foul 6 for Crystal Palace, also 6 by Burnley team. Goal attempts 4 by Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. 4 saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Now danger stack by Burnley. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Burnley is now attacking. Danger stack by Burnley team. They goal attempts 4 by Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Corner kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. 4 saved by Burnley team. They have ball. Throw in 10 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. Burnley still ball safe now. They have ball. Now stacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Now danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. Now stuck again. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Offside 0 for both teams. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Throw in stand for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. 4 saved by Burnley now. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still in danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Saves 1 from Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. Throw in 10 for Crystal Palace, 7 from Burnley. Throw in by Burnley team. Burnley is now in danger stack. Now ball safe. Free kick by Burnley now in 41 minutes. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Still in danger stack by Burnley. They have ball right now. Ball possession 42% for Crystal Palace, 58% for Burnley team. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Now danger stack. Still dangerous take by Burnley, now stacking. Shots off the target, 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now stacking. Ball kicks, 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Burnley is still attacking now. They have ball right now dangerous stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Goal attempts for by Crystal Palace, also for by Burnley. Shots on target, goalkeeper saved by Crystal Palace team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. 3 balls saved by Crystal Palace team. Free kicks, 6 for Crystal Palace, 7 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Now stacking. Foul 7 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Shots on target, 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Offside 0 for both teams. Throw-ins 10 for Crystal Palace, 7 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. Crystal Palace is now in dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. Red card 0 for both teams. Saves 2 for Crystal Palace team, 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. Foul 7 for Crystal Palace, 7 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace now in dangerous stack. Free kick by Crystal Palace in 43 minutes. Palace is now in dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Palace team. Ball kick by Burnley in 44 minutes. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Yellow card 0 for both teams. Red cards also 0 for both teams. Saves 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. Ball possession 42% for Crystal Palace, 58% for Burnley team. Foul 7 for Crystal Palace, also 7 by Burnley team. Burnley still ball safe, throw-in by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is now ball safe, they have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace team. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe, they have ball right now. Free kick 7 for Crystal Palace, also 7 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe now, they have ball right now. Throw-in by Crystal Palace in 45 minutes. Crystal Palace is now in dangerous stack. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. The ball safe. Ball kicks 2 for Crystal Palace. 1 minute standard time. Ball kicks 2 for Crystal Palace. 4 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 4 by Crystal Palace. Also 4 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe now. They have ball right now. Foul 7 by Crystal Palace, also 7 by Burnley team. Throw-ins 12 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley. The Palace is still ball safe now stacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Still attacking now, they have ball right now. Now stocking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball. Now they're in the stack. Now it's half time. Please subscribe to my channel, also like this stream and share it. Thank you very much for your support, and I'll be back in 15 minutes.
Turn toward me and look so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for a suit coat and a tie. And underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. You're shining bold, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. You're shining bold, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. Follow me down, there's no one around. Lay back and take your socks and shoes right off. That natural light is so damn polite, can make you feel just like you were young again. Standing underneath the rows of trees, I can see where the ocean meets the sky. Under our clothes, a fire grows. We are ready for this life of running wild. We're running wild. Underneath the rows of trees, I will see where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. Shining bold, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. You're shining bold, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild.
Match is now starting. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. Free kicks 7 for Crystal Palace. Also 7 by Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Ball possession 42% for Crystal Palace. 58% for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Now dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. Saves 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack, still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Now stacking by Crystal Palace. Foul 7 for Crystal Palace team, also 7 by Burnley. Throwing Crystal Palace in 47 minutes. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. Goal attempts 4 by Crystal Palace, also 4 by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. Ball possession 42% for Crystal Palace team, 58% for Burnley. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Throwing by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Throw in 16 for Crystal Palace. 7 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Throwing by Crystal Palace team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Foul 7 by Crystal Palace team, also 7 by Burnley. Saves 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Throwing by Crystal Palace team in 48 minutes. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Goal attempts 4 by Crystal Palace, also 4 by Burnley. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Shots on target, 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Shots off the target, 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Throw in 16 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now by Crystal Palace team. Throw in 16 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Now stacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Now stacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Now stacking. Saves 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Shots off the target, 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Free kicks 7 by Crystal Palace, also 7 by Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Goal attempts 4 by Crystal Palace, also 4 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Shots on target, 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Shots off the target, 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Free kick by Burnley now in 51 minutes. Burnley is still ball safe, they have ball right now. Throw in 16 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley. Crystal Palace is now ball safe, they have ball right now. Still ball safe now. Fouls 8 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley. Crystal Palace is still ball safe, they have ball right now. Free kick 7 by Crystal Palace, 8 for Burnley team, throwing by Burnley now in 52 minutes. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. Throwing by Burnley in 52 minutes. Burnley is still in danger stack now, they have ball right now. Goal attempts 4 by Crystal Palace, also 4 by Burnley team. Burnley is now in danger stack. Shots on target, 1 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Still in danger stack by Burnley, they have ball right now. Falls 8 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now ball safe, they have ball right now. Free kicks 8 for Crystal Palace, also 8 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team, they have ball. Free kick by Crystal Palace in 53 minutes. Crystal Palace is now attacking, now danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. Saves 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Shots on target by Crystal Palace. Goalkeeper saved by Burnley team. The ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Fouls 8 for Crystal Palace, also 8 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe, they have ball right now. Ball possession 42% for Crystal Palace, 58% for Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe, they have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace, they have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace, they have ball right now. Now stacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team, they have ball right now. Shot blocked by Crystal Palace in 55 minutes. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. Shot blocked by Crystal Palace team in 55 minutes. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley, now stacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Free kicks 9 for Crystal Palace, 8 for Burnley. Shot on target by Burnley. Goalkeeper saved by Crystal Palace team. Free kick by Crystal Palace now. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Still in dangerous take by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Still in dangerous take now. Red card 0 for both teams. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace. Also 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in dangerous take. Still dangerous take by Crystal Palace team. Red card 0 for both teams. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Throw in 17 for Crystal Palace, 9 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace, also 5 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball thrown by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is now attacking. They have ball right now. Still ball safe. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace, 5 for Burnley team. Shots on target 2 for Crystal Palace, 3 for Burnley team. Still ball saved by Crystal Palace. Now stacking. Still attack now danger stack by Crystal Palace. Free kick by Burnley in 57 minutes. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley now. They have ball right now. Red card 0 for both teams. Saves 1 for 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Still ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. Now stacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Ball possession 42% for Crystal Palace, 58 for Burnley team. Yellow card. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Fouls 9 for Crystal Palace, 10 for Burnley team. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack now. They have ball. Throw in 17 for Crystal Palace, 9 for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack now. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace, also 5 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Corner kicks, 1 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Shot blocked by Crystal Palace in 60 minutes. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack now. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Now stacking. Burnley is still attacking now. Free kick by Burnley in 60 minutes. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Throw in 17 for Crystal Palace, 9 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Yellow card for Crystal Palace team. Burnley is now attacking. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Burnley. They have ball right now. Shots off the target. 3 for Crystal Palace. 2 for Burnley. The play is now ignored. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace. 5 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace, 5 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. And we have goal for Burnley in 62 minutes. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Corner kicks 1 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Free kicks 10 for Crystal Palace, 10 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. Throw in 17 for Crystal Palace, 9 from Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Now dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Corner kick. 64 minutes. From Minori, T-Mill. The Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace. Now danger stack. Throw in 17 by Crystal Palace, 9 for Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe, they have ball right now. The ball safe now. Yellow cards, 1 for Crystal Palace, 1 from Burnley team. They have ball right now. Fouls 10 for Crystal Palace, also 10 by Burnley team. Goal attempt 5 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. Still ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Throwing by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Throwing by Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Throwing by Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe, they have ball right now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team, throwing by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is now ball safe, they have ball right now. Foul stand for Crystal Palace, 10 for Burnley. Ball kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is still ball safe, they have ball, throwing by Burnley in 66 minutes. Crystal Palace is still ball safe, now stacking. Then stack by Crystal Palace team. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Ball possession 42% for Crystal Palace, 58% for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. Yellow cards, 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 from Burnley. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley. Player is now injured. 67 minutes. Free kicks 10 for Crystal Palace, also 10 by Burnley. Yellow cards 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Foul 10 for Crystal Palace, also 10 by Burnley team. Goal attempts 5 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. Corner kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Yellow cards 1 for Crystal Palace and 1 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Throw-ins 19 for Crystal Palace, 12 for Burnley team. The player is still injured now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Free kicks 10 for Crystal Palace, 10 for Burnley. They have ball right now. Red card 0 for both teams. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Player is still injured now. Fouls 10 for Crystal Palace, 10 for Burnley. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Offside 0 for both teams. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack. They have ball. Red card 0 for both teams. Corner kick by Crystal Palace in 71 minutes. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Offside 0 for both teams. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Then stayed by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Fouls 11 by Crystal Palace, 10 for Burnley. They have ball right now. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Drawing by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. Now stacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking. They have ball. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. Throw-ins 20 for Crystal Palace team. 12 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Now dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Fouls 7 by Crystal Palace, 10 from Burnley. Throw in. Crystal Palace is now in dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Yellow cards, 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 from Burnley. Throw in by Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Fouls 11 by Crystal Palace, 10 for Burnley team. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Throw-ins 21 for Crystal Palace, 13 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Corner kicks 4 by Crystal Palace, 1 from Burnley. Burnley is still attacking now. They have ball right now. Still in danger state by Burnley. Danger state by Burnley. They have ball right now. Danger state by Burnley. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. Throwing by Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. Burnley is still attacking. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Then mistake by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Fouls 11 by Crystal Palace, 10 for Burnley. Burnley is now attacking. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball. Free kick by Crystal Palace, 76th minute. They have ball right now. Still free kick by Crystal Palace. Shots on target, 2 for Crystal Palace, 4 by Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Shots off the target, goal kick. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Free kicks 11 by Crystal Palace, also 11 by Burnley team. They have ball. Burnley still ball safe. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Yellow cards, 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley. Burnley still ball safe. They have ball right now. Now stacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Burnley. Throw-ins 21 for Crystal Palace, 14 by Burnley. Crystal Palace is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. The Palace is now ball safe. Now stacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Fouls 11 by Crystal Palace, also 11 by Burnley team. The Palace is now in danger stack. Ball possession 55% for Crystal Palace, 45% for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack, still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Corner kick. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Shots off the target by Crystal Palace. Goal kick by Burnley in 79 minutes. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball. Ball saved by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Now stacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. 4 saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Shots off the target. 5 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. 4 saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Goal attempt 7 for Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still ball saved by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Shots off the target. 5 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. Red card 0 for both teams, shot blocked. Now the Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Danger stack by Crystal Palace. Corner kick 7 by Crystal Palace. 1 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have a ball right now. Throwing by Crystal Palace in 83 minutes. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Yellow cards, 1 for Crystal Palace, also 1 for Burnley. Throw-ins 23 for Crystal Palace, 14 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Throw-in by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Cards 1 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Corner kicks 7 by Crystal Palace, 1 from Burnley team. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Goal kick by Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Goal kicks 2 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Goal attempt 7 by Crystal Palace, 6 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Free kick for Burnley in 85 minutes. Burnley is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack by Burnley. They have ball right now. Shot off the target by Burnley. Goal kick by Crystal Palace team in 85 minutes. The ball saved by Palace team. Corner kicks 7 by Crystal Palace, 1 from Burnley. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Throwing by Burnley. Burnley is now attacking, still attacking by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Burnley. They have ball right now. Still attacking by Burnley. They have ball right now. Now it's dangerous take by Burnley. They have ball right now. Okay by Palace team. Yellow cards, one for Crystal Palace, one for Burnley. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. The ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley. They have ball right now. Shots on target. 2 for Crystal Palace. 4 by Burnley. Burnley is now attacking. Still attacking by Burnley team. Now it's dangerous stack. Still dangerous stack by Burnley team. Still in danger stack by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Still attacking by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Change stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Ball safe. They have ball right now. Still in danger stack. Red card 0 for both teams. Shots off the target by Crystal Palace. Goal kick by Burnley team in 88th minute. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Ball safe. They have ball right now. Ball possession 55% for Crystal Palace, 45% for Burnley team. They have ball right now. Still ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. They have ball right now. Fouls 12 for Crystal Palace, 12 for Burnley team. Burnley is still ball safe, throwing by Crystal Palace. Free kick by Crystal Palace in 90 minutes. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Fouls. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, 2 for Burnley. They have ball right now. Throw-ins 24 for Crystal Palace, 15 for Burnley team. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace. They have ball right now. Shot blocked by Crystal Palace. They have ball. Shot blocked by Crystal Palace now. They have ball right now. Crystal Palace is now in danger stack. Still in danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. 4 minutes to student time. Crystal is now in danger stack. Still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Crystal is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team, now danger stack, still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Yellow cards, one for Crystal Palace, also one for Burnley team. The Palace is now in danger stack, still danger stack by Crystal Palace team. Shots on target by Crystal Palace. Goalkeeper saved by Burnley team. Burnley still ball safe. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 9 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley. Corner kicks 9 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley team. Goal kicks 4 by Crystal Palace, 8 for Burnley team. Still ball saved by Burnley team. They have ball right now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 by Burnley team. Burnley still ball safe now. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. Fouls. 12 for Crystal Palace, also 12 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking. Still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. They ball safe. They have ball right now. Ball saved by Crystal Palace. Throw-ins 25 for Crystal Palace, 16 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace is now attacking, still attacking by Crystal Palace team. They have ball right now. Throw-in by Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 for Burnley team. Burnley is now ball safe. They have ball right now. Goal attempts 9 for Crystal Palace, 7 by Burnley. Burnley is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Fouls 13 for Crystal Palace, 12 for Burnley team. Offside 0 for both teams. Corner kicks 9 for Crystal Palace, 1 for Burnley. Free kick for Burnley now. Throwing back Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is still ball safe. They have ball right now. Saves 3 for Crystal Palace, also 3 for Burnley team. Crystal Palace now ball safe. Goalkeeper by Crystal Palace. Still ball safe now. They have ball right now. Match has now ended. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, also like this stream and share it. Again, thank you for watching and see you in my next stream.